Right, for NZB, we are getting out and about, looking at some of these yearlings. Cran Dalgety joins me here at Alabar. Firstly, Cran, I suppose 2/3 of the way through the day. What a fabulous parade and concept this is for NZB, mate.
Well, it's actually marvellous seeing them on farm before you actually see them on the big day. They all look good with the nail polish on the hairspray on the day, but great to see them in their own habitat back at base. And no, it's great to sum them up here and then maybe sum them up on not race day, but sale day.
Well, it is like a race day. I get confused saying that a few times, and it is. There's competition. You guys are sharing a bus here at the minute. It's a unique little way, isn't it? You're sharing a bus. You're probably sharing things that you've all thought when you've seen a horse. Probably keep a little bit of it back for yourself as well, eh?
Well, we're pretty open about it, really, in us and the harness. It's a fun time. We express what we think of other ones to other people. We're not sort of closed shop. You can't be like that because it doesn't work like that, really. And just on the day, who tucks the bum chinks in tight enough and bids the highest, I suppose, gets the horse. But the game is going for amazing, exciting times here in NZ. Obviously we know Entain's on top of the list as far as and then we've got young Bradley Steele from Oz. We're pinched from yous, and combination of that and many other things. It's really, really exciting what's happening here. It's I'm not making this up. Everyone can see what's happening on their own.
Yep, and you guys have got some stuff which we'll touch on at the end of this interview, around the 1st of March. We must mention firstly for NZB here, the Saturday the 15th of February and then Tuesday the 18th of February are the two sale dates. That's the Journey in Christchurch. You've been around, you're obviously from Canterbury, Christchurch. You're looking at a lot of the horses there. You're up here, up north. How much legwork do you do? How many times do you look at these horses?
Well, you're trying to sum up this horse in about 15 minutes and you're going to buy it for the rest of its racing life. So, you try and spend as much precious time and watch its actions, watch its attitude, and you've obviously studied the book, and we've slept with the book for the last 2 months, so we don't need to do any more of that, so it's summing up the article. But it's exciting. The standard's very good and getting in higher every year, so we have to be more aggressive on our style. We'd love to buy every horse in the sale, but logic says that won't happen. So we just got to pick the so-called eyes of it, and we're all looking for the next best year's 2-year-old, but that's very rare we can do that. But if they're a good 2-year-old, good 3-year-old, they go on. But there's a horse for every package.
Woodlands draft, we went through there. They've got a lot of colts here at Alabar too. Yes. Makes it a bit tricky, doesn't it?
Well, it does, yeah, because you've got to be more aggressive in saying what's the bad things wrong rather than the good things. So they all look good, most of them. So but then again, we're all different. That's a great thing about the world. We see different things in different horses, and you and I can see different things in different horses. So that's the fun thing about it. So it's a challenge, but it's an exciting challenge.
You've got a good eye for a horse, and you have had over the journey. You know how to pick them. You touched there on New Zealand and how exciting it is. We're here with NZB, and of course they're partnered up with HRNZ in relation to the next gen. That's exciting. We saw a couple of Captain Crunches, yes, here who are actually eligible for that next generation bonus as far as the stallions. Groups of owners. I know you guys have had that with the Finetti boys and going through. It sort of fits the mould of the direction we want harness racing to go, to be young, fun, spunky, spontaneous in a way, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, that's another brain suggestion from Brad Steele. So he's bringing a lot of different innovation things in. We want to get different age groups into the horse, and the young generation, we want to bring that into every sport and business, and he's doing a great job of doing that. And this is another good concept because we don't want the major big fish taking the cream off the top. It puts everyone in the race to be in the race, regardless of figures you spend.
Yeah. The Finetti boys, I was at the races one day when they won. It was the most awkward, out of control, fun interview that I've ever done. But those guys remember those days, don't they? They remember those days and they have fun, and we want to make sure that people are aware of it. They won a nice race, I think, that day from memory, or it might have been on a nice race meeting. But it doesn't matter. It wouldn't have mattered if it was, at Pukekohe, and they just enjoyed it, didn't they?
Well, they did, and we've started with a sort of an average-sized bunch, and their mates of friends of cousins of mates have all jumped on board, and they're going to get their teeth into something else this year again too. And they've got two strands of the tail, Paul. That's regardless of the outcome. It's when they're all standing in the podium, if they're lucky enough to kick a goal, you can't buy that buzz in a packet. You can't buy it off the shelf. It's a warm, fuzzy feeling, and it's enormously great for the industry what can be done.
Yeah. Owners, people want to get involved. And I'll tease out a little thing with Kentuckiana, which we will touch on in a minute. But if people want to get involved with you guys, you're always open for new owners to becoming a part of the team.
Yes, well, syndication is the way going forward, Paul, and the fact that I'm sure there's a couple of dollars to be spent to buy these articles, and some of them are quite expensive to run. But the more we get into syndications, it's better. That's how it survives in the thoroughbred world, and that's how it's going to survive in our world. So we have anything from or any big numbers in horses, and it's great fun. And a lot of people meet up and they become ongoing social friends with it.
And that's what you guys are doing at Kentuckiana Lodge. You've got a goal, I suppose, and we'll get some more details out about that. But 1st of March, exciting, fitting this mould, if you like, of what HRNZ are trying to do.
Yes, we're making an open invitation on March 1 at our property, Kentuckiana Stables. We're having all sort of racing enthusiasts arrive on the day. We're going to be parading our yearlings and mixing and socialising, and it's just generally letting it open, because a lot of people come along and they'd like to be a piece, but they don't know where to start. They don't know, do I buy a filly or a colt, or what group am I going to get with, or whatever. But we'd like to think we can answer all questions, to come out and socialise on our day. It's at 12 o'clock, and people to work out where we are and where we live in Christchurch if they're keen, naturally. So it's an open invitation, and we're excited for any 1%er or even just an enthusiast to be there on the day.
It's innovative ways of getting new people in the game. That's what we were after. You said there before about Brad Seal, the guys here at NZB Standardbreds, trying different stuff, getting that message out there and getting things moving, which is so important.
Very much so. We all love the industry and we want it to survive and survive good. And at the moment, it's the highest it's been, I think, in my time in the industry, and we've just got to grasp it and run with it. It is really, well, I'm trying to find bigger and better words than exciting, but exciting is the best I can use, and it is.
No, very good. We'll let you go. Just quickly, Republican Party, one, you must be wrapped with what he's been able to do just the last couple of weeks.
Yes, he's just gone to another level about the last 2 months, and he's racing. We'll throw him in the deep end, and he's just really lifted his last sort of major, 3 nice wins have gone that extra 5% which he needed, and he's in Melbourne as we speak, and he's going to race this Saturday, and we're looking forward to that, and with the Hunter Cup being a main aim.
Is that it after the Hunter Cup? Do you come home? Do you hang around for the Cranbourne Cup as well? Do you go 3 weeks in a row, or you'll just stay for the 2?
I'd go every day in a row if I could, but to make it easy for the racehorse, so we've definitely got the Cranbourne Cup on offer for him. So if he does good in the Hunter, which I'm sure he will, we'd love to stay for that. And it's a great club, that Cranbourne. There's a lot of great people that run that club.
Oh, Davey Scott, he'll be watching this. He'll be very, very happy with us. Don't you worry about that. Don't forget to Kentuckiana Stables. I thought it was Kentuckiana Lodge, but you corrected me there. So
no, sorry, you are. It is Kentuckiana Lodge. Yes, that's right. Simply quickly, I named it after when I lived in Kentucky in America. Kentuckiana stud, and I called it Kentuckiana Lodge, and we've run with that name set, and it's worked pretty good, and hopefully we can get many more horse through the gate.
Follow him on Facebook, keep up to date with it. Laura's done a great job already, just little teasers that come across my page, so that's what we want. But 1st of March, pretty exciting. I'll be catching up with you again beforehand. That will make sure we get the message out there and make sure people are aware of it, get along to the day and help the industry out.
I'm sure everyone will love it that arrives.
No. Right on, mate. Thank you very much.
Thanks, buddy.